This is Chow with 2 exclamation marks. It's one of the few 4-channel line output interfaces for your Eurorack, which you can use for a recording or even quadraphonic sounds. The channels are organized as 2 stereo pairs, and they even have a mix switch, so you can mix them together, which I personally use as a stereo FX return for the reverbs, or you can even use it for parallel processing like compression and so on, so you just make your jams sound better. The module itself is built better with better pods, louder headphones, the inputs are normalized better, and it's also configurable, and the panel is more intuitive with better light indication. It has 2 stereo channels, A and B. Channel A has left and right outputs which are balanced, so typically you would use these to go to your speakers. And channel B has a stereo jack output. And I also have the headphone output, which has a switch if I'm listening for channel A or for channel B. There is also mix switch, which could mix channel B into channel A, and that's useful for either pre-listening to channel B on your headphones or for simple stereo mixing, and we'll get to that in a second. So then there are the inputs, and for both channel A and for channel B, the left input is normalized to the right input, and channel A's left input is normalized to channel B's input. So this means if I don't plug anything into the other inputs and I plug only into channel A left input, it will propagate into all the other inputs. If I bring up the volume of channel B, you will see it's also blinking in sync with channel A. But as soon as I connect something into channel B's input, it will stop blinking because I would break the normalization. So if I bring up the volume, the red color will start turning orange and eventually red, and that is an indication that if I have a line device down the line, possibly without input gain control, it might clip. It doesn't mean it's clipping. It doesn't clip inside this module because it has a lot of headroom, but it's just a warning that it might be clipping down the line. So that's just for you to check the level meters on your input device. Because it is 4 channels of line level, I can take those channels independently. So now I have the kick in both left and right, but I can take the bass. Now they spread, so the kick is in left, bass in the right. And I could also take this snare and output it through channel B. So I'll connect this stereo jack from channel B. It's gonna go into my recorder too. And because this is coming from a stereo delay, I'll connect it in stereo. You hit the nice white stereo. And now I can be recording all 4 channels independently. You can use the channel B stereo output also to drive headphones. So if I connect one pair of headphones to this output and another pair that I'm wearing to the B output, and I will connect channel here, it will spread to both A and B, and now I have independent level control. If I'm listening here for the channel A, I have level control for channel A's headphones, and here I have level control for channel B's headphones. So this is especially useful if you're teaching somebody how to use a modular, or if you're playing with your friends on headphones, you can use it as a dual headphone output. And the op amps we use on both the headphone out and the B output are high quality. The B output might be a little bit less loud, but it's still usable for teaching purposes. Okay, so let's continue with how to use headphones with this module. And I'm gonna now connect this snare back to the channel B in stereo, because why not? This in stereo. And I will take these headphones and I will listen to channel A on them. So you can't hear the snare right now, even if I pull it up here. But you could hear it if I flip this switch. Yeah. So this is very useful if I want to just make adjustments to the snare. So I would flip my headphones to channel B. So I'm hearing the snare and I can change the pattern. Maybe change the sound a little bit. And now it's playing also in channel A, but I've made some adjustments without you in the room hearing it. So this is very useful for, let's say, live pre-listening scenarios. In this example, I'm gonna take the individual outputs on the Aikido, run them to a separate mixer, the ABC here, and I will send the output of the ABC into this stomp box, which does some nice lush reverb, and I will use the ABC mixer as an aux send. So I will now send the bass line into the reverb, and from the pedal I have two channels coming back to the B input, and I have the mix turned on. So now it's without any reverb, and if I mix the channel B input to the A, you will hear this like nice stereo reverb going from the stomp box, and this would be my FX return level. So this would be my aux send levels, and this would be my FX return level. I can also send the snare into the reverb. And also the kick if I wanted to, but maybe not. So this is how you can use it as a return track. This is how I personally use it most of the time. And this has been the most common use cases how you can utilize the tricks that the Chow with 2 exclamation marks has up its sleeve. This was Václav, and I'll catch you in the next one.